So in this video I want to talk about, obviously, if you don't know this character who is, it's obviously going to be a spoiler. I don't know how can I talk about this character without spoiling anything in One Piece, obviously, because it's a character it probably have not yet been in the anime. So here is my spoiler warning before this video start. So if you not have is up to from chapter 1007, this will be a spoiler. So this video gonna talk about obviously who's who, and who's who is one of the Flying Six, and we learn more about him in this chapter, more information about who's who and his background before he joined the Beast Pirates. And before that he was a member of the world government, CP0, a specific very top secret organization. And that organization, he was working on a ship, and that ship have a specific devil fruit. Wait a second, I have to close the window. Yeah, specific fruit, and we know, maybe you know if you have read the chapter, and that fruit is the Gum Gum no Mi, and that fruit is the fruit Monkey Luffy have, that turns your body to rubber, and you can use different rubber kind of power, and obviously more than that, because you can power up that fruit to different gears and so on. Sorry. And that is specific with that fruit. Yeah. So Who's Who is fighting with Jinbei, and Who's Who transformed to his hybrid form, to his big cat, saber-tooth cat. Obviously, some people say saber-tooth tiger, but because Who's Who have no straps like Tiger have, we more see him like a big saber-tooth lion, or like a puma, like a big cat. And he has something grudge against the Straw Hat, but something is very wrong here, because how can he have something against Monkey D. Luffy? Because the person probably attacked or probably steal that fruit from that ship he was guarded. So who's guarded that ship was probably Shanks. For we know after that, some years after, Shanks and his crew come to an island, and that island was Monkey Luffy on when he was a little child, and Monkey Luffy eat that fruit as a mistake. He have no clue about that fruit. No, he think it was normal fruit, and he eat that fruit, and everybody get really angry, and he turned to rubber. And some year later, Monkey Luffy go on his journey, and then he find Kobe and so on, and this kind of thing. So here we come. So the thing we know is that Who's Who was a same rank or even higher rank than Rob Lucci, but because of that mistake, because he failed to guard that fruit on the ship, he was fired from his work, and he has something anger against the Straw Hat. But so I said before, the problem is with that is Monkey Luffy was not the person that steal that fruit. It was Shanks. But obviously you cannot be angry at the Emperor of the Sea, because that is a big problem. So obviously he directs his hate against Monkey Luffy instead. And so yeah, that I think obviously it was much more in that chapter, obviously, with the other one, obviously, beside the interesting thing for me, like the other big information was obviously, now we know that my speculation before, now we know confirmed that my speculation is that Queen is a cyborg. Like I say my speculation was for Queen many I think 2 years ago. I think that Queen was a cyborg bear, a grizzly bear or cave bear, but obviously that was wrong. The only thing I was right in was that he was a cyborg, and we know now he was an ex-member of the Windsmoke family. He worked for him for an ancient experiment, and he was the experiment 12, and so that also was really cool. So I think there were lots of things that happened in the chapter. But because this thing was so big, like with the information between those, specifically about Queen, was so big information. So I almost forgot all the rest of the chapter. Almost only forget this two part. And I think it's really, really cool. I think Husu and Queen is probably one of my most favorite character, new favorite character in One Piece. Obviously because of a very cool style, obviously with the chest tattoo, like horn helmet, like a turn to a big cat. The other one is like a big angry dude, like a transformed to big. I like Queen is nice. Queen is not a friendly person at all. He's a very nasty person, but he's a very cool character because he have very mean attitude. In manga, obviously in manga, not reality, in manga, he's very cool with that attitude in manga. And he's not a person that, he just attack people with word, like scared Otama to collapse, because Otama gets so scared of him because he's a nasty person. And I think it's gonna be really cool to see what Queen can do in his hybrid form. Like with his robot tail and like machine gun, like a body like a Brachiosaurus. And it's really, really cool. I think it's a really cool. It's really hard for me, my personal opinion. It's really hard for me to say who I like most, Queen or Who's Who. Obviously, this is Husu is my favorite character of the Toperopos, and Queen is probably my favorite character of the Calamities. It's my favorite Calamity. I like Queen more than I like Kaido. Maybe that sounds strange to say, but it's something specific with Queen. Like he looks like a really like ugly version when he's in normal form, like an ugly version of a Street Fighter. And I don't remember his name, but he's, I think, Street Fighter 4, some middle Street Fighter, and he's like a big fat American dude. Is in Street Fighter. Is a character in Street Fighter. Don't take my word wrong. He is a represent America in Street Fighter 4. I think looks like Queen in his base form. But then he looks like total like shit. Look really ugly. When he transformed to his hybrid form, he looks really cool. Specifically, the only thing I don't like, obviously, in the anime is that Queen is brown orange, like in color. I think it's much cooler if he was like purple or magenta or turquoise blue or some other kind of color. But yeah, he's a cool design. He's a very cool design. The same for Who's Who is really cool, obviously, with his like now with his backstory and his like his design and so on for this character. And as I said before, obviously, in this about this is that was lots of other things that happened in the chapter with Tama. Now everybody fight against all together. But I think the high point of this chapter was absolutely these two things. And yeah, I think, and obviously, and now we're probably gonna know more. And as I said before, I think that the Gum Gum fruit is original was Golden Roger's fruit, and after Golden Roger was executed, some way to get the fruit, like the world government, and placed it on the guard, and Who was one of the guard on the ship. And probably Shanks was the person that attacked the ship, or somebody working for Shank to take that fruit, and that they escaped with that fruit, and that fruit come to that island, and that Monkey Luffy was on that island. So that is the thing I really think what happened, and that's the reason how Monkey Luffy can get the hands on the ship. Obviously, because Monkey Luffy also want to be the king of the pirate. And Golden Roger was the king of the pirate after he defeated Rock Disebek. That was like the Rock's pirate. Simple way to say they are like a terrorist organization, like extremely dangerous terrorist organization that want to show their daggers and axe against the world government. and yeah, they are. Since my other videos, if you see my other videos, you know I think that Golden Road, I think Monkey D. Dragon and Rock the Beck are the same person, or they are related in some ways. That is just my big theory about all of this. I don't have so many more theories about what will happen in One Piece. I think I put all of my theories already in YouTube, and that is where I still think today. And to the thing is proven wrong, and we have to just wait and see. Now I just read One Piece because I like it, and I think this One Piece is gonna get better and better for every chapter. Some chapter is not as good as the other chapter, but it's like up and down. Some chapter is super good, some chapter is okay, and some chapter is really, really boring. And some chapters are so boring I don't even talk about them because I think them is so super boring because they have. I think some characters I really hate because they looks boring and I think they are boring, and some characters I really think is cool and I really give more focus on that characters and do YouTube videos about them because I think they are interesting. They're always behind kind of the style, how they look, how they act, and all of this kind of thing. That is the reason why, for example, like Who's Who, Queen, King, Marco, Diamond Yosu, and much more other cool characters I like because of how they are, and so on. I think that is the reason. And obviously, I think that the biggest problem in Wano is because I think it's too many powerful characters in Wano in the same place. That makes it hard to really find a good villain, because obviously Yamato Orochi is the children villain, like the bad guy for children, like the big snake, and then we have the big angry guy like Kaido. But it's a problem there because everybody is super strong. Also, Kaido is the strongest of all of them, but there's so many different powerful factors that we have the CP0 there. There we have Toporopos, we have All Stars, we have Marco, we have Big Mom, we have what's the name of the Candy Man? We have Spero there. We have so many characters to remember in this chapter and so on. And I think it's just too many. I think for me now I'm just focusing on Queen, Who's Who, King, and Kaido and Black Maria is the character I'm focusing on in this because there's so many characters. I think sometimes it's always get irrelevant, not so important because there's so many there. I think obviously I know that many people don't like Big Mom, and I am the same person there. I don't like that character because I think it's like you have so many cool characters there, and then she is there. Like it's waste of time. I know if you like when Big Mom, yeah, you do, but I don't like Big Mom at all. And so on. Yeah, and that is everything I really want to say about Who's Who and Queen and so on in One Piece. And I really look forward to the next chapter. I'm really happy we're not going to get any break. And I hope we're going to see more of Queen's fight, obviously Who's Who, and obviously about Jack's fight. But now I want it's a nice chapter. It's a really good chapter. I strongly recommend you to read that chapter if you like manga. And obviously I have another manga I want to recommend that is not One Piece, and that's The Reckoning of Ragnarok. Go and watch it on Netflix or read it. It's super good. Look it up. That is just the thing I want to say. It's really, really good. Yeah.